The Mammon God makes you sell your soul, and then it sells you. You are the product. Yeah, you become the product. Because the Mammon system is about pimps. Pimps, whores, that's what it's about. Somebody's pimping, you never see the pimp. You never see the pimp. As a matter of fact, you'll have, most of us condemn the whore. Because we see her on the street, but you don't know there's a pimp somewhere who's controlling her. So they put Lil Wayne's face out there. But you don't know who's controlling him. Why would anybody do themselves the way he's doing it? Why would he make yourself look like a little devil? Why would you do that? Somebody's controlling that because we need this. Listen, can I help y'all? Let me show you one of the handlers. Say handlers. Handler is a person that controls folk behind the scene. One of the handlers is the prison industrious complex. This is what happened when judges and lawyers got in the business of building prisons. Private prisons became privatized. So if you build it, you have to fill it. So crime was going down when this prison industrious complex started. Now we got thousands of prisons popping up, and they popping up in little cities and rural areas because this is becoming the economy in rural America, prisons. So if you build a prison, in order to be profitable, you got to fill the prison. Got what I'm saying? How can I fill the prison? In order to fill the prison, I need a target. I need a criminal. I need a criminal in order to fill the prison. So there was a high-ranking music industry insider that said he went to a meeting in Hollywood at a mansion with all these other moguls, these other music industry moguls. And they stood, somebody came and said, I think he was from the CIA, came and said, we need you, we're building these prisons, and we need you to start making records that put out murderous, gangster, promote the gangster culture. Now, before that meeting, dude said, we was Kwamean. See how old y'all are. Cats walk around with side crooked boxes. Bobby Brown and Kid and Play. We was doing that stuff. Dancing fun, having fun. Having fun. Wasn't no gangster. We was just having fun, going. You could have a house party because didn't nobody get killed at house parties. You mean we used to have just parties was everywhere. Every Friday there was a party at the gym because we wasn't killing each other. We was breaking. That was how we was battling. You know, we was battling breaking. That's how we was. Having fun. We was walking around with bandanas on. I got pictures of that, man. I had bandanas, man. We was walking around. That's all we knew how to do. All of a sudden, I know this guy's telling the truth without even knowing him. Because I remember standing right up here in Clarksdale. And a guy came through the alley with all of a sudden from way back. It was once said by a man who couldn't quit. Dope, man. I said, what is this? What is this? I will never forget that. I remember like yesterday. It changed us when we heard it. It was no longer the self-destruction. You had it for self. Y'all remember that? That's what we were talking about. It was no longer KIS-1. It was no longer lyrical skill. It was no longer paid in full. It wasn't no longer that. It wasn't no longer Eric beating them talking knowledge. It wasn't no longer knowledge at all. The Mammon God came in saying, I'm going to pay these young brothers to use their image to destroy your culture to fill the prison. We're going to promote lasciviousness and sex and drugs and violence. We're going to put most of them in the graveyard. We're going to put the rest of them in prison. And we're going to use the girls to abort the children. That's what, it's a bomb that went off. The Mammon God dropped a bomb in black America. And I remember when we first heard that, I could tell you where I was standing. The projects are gone. But I know where I was standing when I heard it. Impacted. You know how where you was on September 11th. That's what clear it was. I always remember when I heard that song, because it changed us. Me and my partner would stand there beside each other. Before that, we was just doing gymnastics, dancing, and having a good time. Yeah, that's what we did. That's what you did when you was young. You went to the gym. You went to the community center. You played every sport for the community center. We ain't had no school league. We played Baxter. We played Be Smart. We played the gyms. We had our own team. And the community center kept you out of the street. All of a sudden, there had to be a move to close them. Then there had to be a move to close vocational schools too. So now what you got? You got a bunch of young black men, untrained, on the street, doing what? Watching dope man. And they pushed it. I'll never forget that, man. I will never forget it. And all of a sudden, I remember saying, man, who is that? And somebody showed us the cover. That was the image right there. I ain't getting no curl. Curl was foolish. I ain't do stuff like that. You know, brothers had curl, which we should have knew wasn't even hard. Like, right around with Jerry curl. You know, that ain't hard anyway. No guy knew Michael Jackson had the curls. Like, it couldn't be hard. These brothers put this gangster look, and that's when we heard F the police. Y'all remember that? We wasn't thinking like that. We liked the police. All right. Police was cool with us. But I'm trying to tell you what the Mammon God did that made us now because we can't get up and become famous for rapping or music, but what we could do, the deal we could cut with the Mammon God was we could get ghetto fame through selling dope. So many of us took a ghetto contract that we would destroy our hood, destroy our mothers, destroy our fathers, turn our hoods into Beirut and Lebanon. All the time, everybody, even the people who's actually a crackhead, is worshiping the money, the Mammon gods when they come through with the nice cars and the rims and we the cause of the degradation. Not only that, Satan is using our image, making us risk our lives. But then he's turning on a whole nother generation who's looking at us as stars. Because this is as close to fame as they're going to ever get. Everybody cuts a deal. Everybody cuts a deal with the Mammon God. He offers success quick. The price doesn't come to the end. Y'all got what I'm saying? Can y'all handle what I'm trying to tell y'all? The Bible says you cannot serve. Now listen, now because of the Mammon God, this is why we are so material as a race of people. We are so material that we are test subjects for any new invention and any new idea coming out. They got to bring it to the black community, because once we touch it, white people gonna want it. They don't want it till we fool with it. So every new thing they bring it to us first, and we make it, we adopt it as our own and make it cool. The old white man that came up with Swisher Sweets would have never thought that he would be making billions of dollars off young teenagers who those cigars ain't even for. But because it became cool. So let me tell y'all, hip hop and the music industry is a propaganda machine to push product on society. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? Now the reality show has taken into that. And so now instead of our women thinking education, and now they're thinking of me. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? Can we keep going? Go over here to 1 Timothy chapter 6 real quick. Let me hurry up and get done. I'm trying to tell you the money God is everywhere. It's in church. This is why our churches are so powerless. Our churches are powerless because our preachers have fallen for the benefits of the money God while saying they're preaching a holy Christ. You can't have preachers of LA and not be worshiping the money God. What does your Bentley have to do with living right. And because that system has crept into the church, it condemned true believers into thinking that if I don't have that, then I'm not really walking in faith, because that's how you start feeling when so-and-so over here talking about I got this house and I got this car and I got this and God got this and God. And so when you don't get that, you forget that holiness, godliness with contentment is great gain. This living right is good, upright before God. That's good. But so many people, listen, because Christians, some of us are so under peer pressure, we ain't going to be left out. So we go out and find a way to get it and say God did it. We go to Mammon. You don't believe me? How many bad bank accounts you have from check cashing places? How much your stuff in the pawn shop? The secret pawn shop. How many cars did you get with 20% interest you ain't telling nobody about, that you can't pay for, but because you had to keep up, Mammon made you, the pressure of materialism made you have to go out and go beyond your means. How many mortgages you have that you're going to pay for your house 4 times before it's even paid off? When our Bible told us that we should never be slave to the lender, we should lend and not borrow. When I was teaching these young brothers, especially some of these brothers who follow me, I told them off top, I said, listen to me. You listen to me, you'll have a house. It'll be unconventional. So I'll show you how to get a house and you won't be in debt. Right now, we live in a debt-free house. Oh, no. It ain't out there in Lake Forest. But half them people can't sleep in Lake Forest. But I can sleep over here. Because I ain't worried about nobody taking nothing from me. No, I ain't talking about bank loan, own. Trying to teach people how to do that. Because guess what happens? A 30-year mortgage, you are slave to that house. You slave to that full coverage insurance you got to keep on that car because you don't own it. And if you think you own it, miss the payment. You're a slave. That's what the Mammon gods have got. The Mammon God, listen, y'all, the end result of the Mammon God is debt. You become indebted. I wish somebody would have taught me what I was telling y'all. When we first started out, I wish somebody would have taught, but everybody we knew was fronting in church, but was in the bed with Mammon with all their finances. Credit cards they couldn't pay for. All this credit debt they ain't talking about. Yet on Sunday they in there shouting and hollering, but they ain't talking about the new dress she got on. She gonna pay for that for about 6 months because she can't even make but the minimum payment. The school loans, they're sneaking up stealing tax money. They ain't talking about that. The Mammon got them. Oh, y'all heard what I'm saying. I'm trying to liberate you for real. I said, Mammon got you. You thought you was smart, keep going back and forth to school, getting them school loans. Now you're 30. And it's starting to kick in on you. Mammon God is coming for you because the end result was debt. So what does debt do? Makes you slave to the lender. You don't think you slave to the lender? What happened when the bill collector called? I ain't talking about the ones that you talk crazy to. Them is the ones that's them doctor bills. You know they can't do nothing. I'm talking about the one that the car one that called. The one that can have the tow truck out there. That one. Yes sir, no sir. I'm just trying to get it in. Yes sir. I'll do whatever you do. Okay, I'm trying. It's so hard for me, and I'm just trying to. Won't break down and get pity from the Mammon. Oh, y'all ain't heard what I'm saying. You trying to get pity when you trying to get pity from the person that put you in the situation. They wanted you in debt. You don't think credit card company know you too stupid to manage your money? We gonna have you in debt by the time you 25. Why would they give a person out of high school a credit card and they never learned about credit in high school? And put you in front of their advertising, which is the hip hop culture, and say you need this and you need this and you need it. You ain't got no money. Let's just slide it. Get the rush card. Come on, I'm trying to help. This is a good word. I'm trying to help y'all. And many of us, I can't be free today because of the Mammon God. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? Don't underestimate the years that the Mammon God can siphon off your life through debt. That you won't realize 10 years will go by and you'll still be struggling with the same debt. The goal ain't for you to get free. It's for you to pay a little. Pay a little. What you got? Can you put something on it? How much can you put on it? Every payday, you got to go through that. How much can you put on it? That's bondage. That's bondage. How are God's people? Now, if we're really God's people, then why are we living like we under Mammon, which is the debt system? Why are we hiding, peeking out windows, screening calls, but yet we are saved and sanctified and on our way to heaven, and I'm afraid many of us got too much earth debt holding us down. If we would fly away, could you? Could you fly away? So me and my wife, for those that will live, we don't even talk to people who don't listen. Do we talk to people who don't listen? We do. I learned my lesson. I ain't beating nothing nobody here. You don't want to listen, don't listen. But me and my wife, we try to tell people right off the top, don't even finance no car, buy it. Get a lesser car. People want to know why. Well, you think I can't go get me a new? I'm gonna get me a new car if I want one. But I'm comfortable. I ain't got to worry about no car payment. Our cars are paid for. Everything's paid for. Everything me and my wife got paid for. Because I said we gonna live a life of debt free. We didn't start that way because we didn't know no better. So I'm telling you what I had to learn. Everything we got's paid off. We don't even use nothing but cash. I ain't got no credit card. Don't need one. If they don't take cash, I'll go somewhere else. You pull out enough cash, people take it. I go somewhere. I've been all over the world. Ain't have to have no credit card to go nowhere. Because I understand debt free is being liquid. I don't know if I can get it out. Liquid. Liquid means where your money moves. Money's moving constantly, not where your money's stuck in credit. No, my money moving. See, when I go to the store, I never slide cards. I never use a card. I got debit cards. I got all kinds of cards. I don't slide them because you don't feel that. You're disconnected from your money. The Bible says a fool and his money is soon departed. See, when you slide in that card, you disconnected, so you departed from your money. You don't feel it. That's why you sliding it. Have you ever slid it and you thought you had less money than you really had? You had more money in there, but you didn't know no better because you think you're going off the. I've really been sliding this. Y'all heard what I'm saying? But I learned to know. Touch my money. See, when I take cash and give out that 20, I felt it. I felt that 20 go out. But when I slide that card, there's nothing tangible. There's no decrease. My pocket don't even get smaller. You know, when we used to be in the world, we used to judge money by the size of our pocket. Because we always kept money in our pocket. And we might be walking around with $5,000 and it'd be sticking out about like that. That's how we walked around. And that's how we knew we were the best money man. You can't beat a drug dealer managing money. We the best money managers ever. Kept it all in our head. Quick counting. Quick. My brothers couldn't even count in school, but boy, they can count that dope money fast. Count quick, and they can count grams. They can use that scale, that triple beam. Brother don't know nothing, but he can use that triple beam. That's so some of y'all don't. But when you're walking around with money in your pocket, you feel it going. You feel it. You feel it going out. You feel it. But when you disconnected from it, which is the scheme of the money, is the Mammon system, is to disconnect you from your money so you never feel, you never respect it. You never see it's going out. It's just going out. By making you think you need to put your money in Mammon system, which is a bank. How can you manage for me in my pocket? Better, how can you manage on what's on? You can't manage my money better for me if it's in my pocket. That's the scheme and the trick to use your money to lend. They lending your money, making money off your money, and charge you when you make a a bad deposit or something happened, they charge you, which that's built into the system. They gonna make. I forgot how many billions we looked up. How many billions they get just off of people with the overdrafts and stuff like that. So you gonna pay me to hold my money? I gotta pay you to hold my money. What kind of fool would that be? And then I'm gonna lend it. I'm gonna give it to you. You know, as I see you need it. Do you not see? Oh, you departed from your money. That's why it don't mean nothing to you. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? You departed from it. It don't mean one of the most precious things people got is their wedding ring. You know why? It hardly ever departs. It's with you all the time. And because it's with you, it's precious because it's always there. If you took it off for a minute, you'll know it's gone. Without even looking, you know it's gone. Why? Because it's there. It's close to you. Whatever you keep close to you, the Bible says where your treasure is, where your heart is. Are y'all there? So let me get done. So y'all said 1 Timothy chapter 6. Come on, this should help you. This is trying to help you. You want to know why you're so broke? You want to know why you get a tax refund and it's gone? Because you're going to go spend it on stuff that has no residual return. It's going to depreciate as soon as you buy it. And it's going to be something that you fronting with. Now, your kids can live and sleep well in a used bunk bed set that we used to have. I remember the old wooden set. No. I ain't talking about the modern. The old wooden set. Looked like old cowboy movie set. Me and my brother and them slept in that, and the mattresses didn't get changed very often, so we slept on them mattresses for years. And we turned out all right. What do I mean by that? No, you're going to go to Rent-A-Center. And you're going to get the all that set so you can bring your people over and show them, look what I did. Look what I did. And you got 116 payments to pay off something that you could have just said, you know what, I ain't going to front. See, it's our fronting as black people while we in debt. Because what does Mammon do? Mammon makes you front. I got to show you I got something. I'd rather have, you think it's just us? I've been to Africa. I've been to Nigeria 4 times. I've been to South Africa twice. I've been to Uganda. I've been in Africa almost like 7 times. Around all east and west, north, south. I've been all right. Did you know that's how they are over? They'll be walking around with king robes on and go live in a shack. And I said, this must be something about us. That we will front, we will look so good, but they'll go live in a shack, doo-doo in a hole. Ain't even got a running water, yet they walking around sharp at, you talking about sharp. We don't even know how to dress compared to the way they dress. Our dressing is really silly. We got European style. Over there, you talking about, these women make some of the most beautiful clothes and suits for men and women. They look like $1 million. But this is how, this is what happens to people in poverty that ain't never had nothing. When you ain't never had nothing, you would rather look like you got something versus having something. This is what, think about this. Let me show y'all this. You can't name a drug dealer that you know he's a drug dealer by the stupid stuff he buy. It probably cost him $1,500 to get them golds in his mouth. But he can't get $200 for the gold itself. Who wants golds in your mouth? Stupid stuff, depreciating the value. Y'all got what I'm saying? Oh, I'm not talking about the men. The Brazilian weave. $500 for this. Soon as you put it in your head, it ain't worth a dime. We spend our money on stupid stuff, and these people who profit off the black community sit back and come up with new stuff, stupid stuff that they know we gonna buy it because they gonna put it on their walking billboards, rappers and Nicki Minaj and Jay-Z, and y'all gonna buy it because y'all see it on them. That's what they using them for. Tommy Hilfiger could not think in his wildest dreams that he would sell that many clothes. And he even said he didn't want black people wearing this stuff. But as soon as the rappers start wearing it, So they know now. We're going to pay these stars because they're billboards for us. Is this too much? All right, so let me get done. All right, did I read that scripture? Verse 10. I'm going to read it out of NET. For the love of money is the root of all evil. Say love. It didn't say money. Don't get it twisted, because you got people online and they see it's that money. No, it ain't the money. Money is like a gun. A person that's evil will do something evil with that gun. A person that's good going to protect something. A person that's evil going to rob something. Money's either way. It's whose ever hand it's in. A man can take money and build a strip club, or take money and build a church. Money's neutral. It's the heart of the person that has money. But the Bible says, say love. It's when you love it. Some people in reaching for it have strayed from the faith. There we go. That's what's wrong with the church. Now y'all got it. Do y'all not have it? What's wrong with this prosperity movement, this prosperity gospel? They got people reaching for it. And what happens? They stray from the faith, reaching for riches. Y'all got what I'm saying? Mighty funny they overlooked the scriptures when Peter saw the man blind at the gate of Bethesda and said, not the gate of Bethesda, but at the gate called Beautiful. And Peter said, silver and gold I have. They don't preach that. They don't preach, he's saying silver and gold, he ain't got none. Because when you preaching this type of prosperity, you have to always, every scripture has to be based upon finances. Has to be based upon getting in money. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Now, I told you, I'm not knocking giving. I'm not knocking sowing time, whatever. I ain't knocking that. I ain't knocking people having money. I ain't knocking even preachers being wealthy. I'm not knocking that. What I'm knocking is to get into people's head that this money somehow has godly attributes. Like you godly if you got this. When we know good and well, that's not true. Y'all heard what I'm saying? It says, Go to 2 Timothy real quick. 2 Timothy chapter 2. Now, let's stay in 1 Timothy chapter 6. I'm going to go there. I'm just going to go there and close on this. Are y'all there? See, you have to wake up from your matrix. The matrix is the money god. It's Mammon that's pulled this thing before your eyes, and it's making you believe. Let me show you how the Mammon God is working, the money god. Y'all ready? Who said that your time on that job is worth $7.25 or $8? Who said that? Mammon will always define your worth. So when a person says you only worth, you know why we don't start businesses? Because we have no concept. Our worth is what we're told based on a check, an hourly check. When a person's free from the system, he says, I can make more money doing a business than I can on a job. But Mammon's goal to keep you working, to keep you, because it creates the class system, to keep you from moving up by telling you you're only worth $8 an hour. What you need to do is say, my time is valuable. Because you know when you working, you giving your life. Your job is your life. You put more time on the job than you do at home. You miss the time with your children, your family. So that's very important for you to get paid for it. But when you talk to Christians about starting businesses, they won't. Only concept they got of riches or money or wealth is to go get a 9-to-5. Nothing wrong with working, but I believe working is a seed. You ought to have something for when your job slow off or something happen. Many of us will lose everything if we lost our job. That's not security. Now, you wouldn't need a lot if you didn't go out here and get in debt. You wouldn't need a lot of money, but you got that debt, so you need a lot of money. You living above your means. See, when me and my wife started out, everybody want to tell, people, when we started out, everybody want to tell us, they want to tell us, because we were thinking sensible. We didn't care about big houses. We just wanted a place to live. We understood you grow. You grow in this. You don't become rich overnight. You grow in it. You build wealth. You take your time. And so everybody was running out. Y'all remember back in the if some of y'all know about the housing market, how they would start approving cats that couldn't even afford a house. Y'all know people right now in y'all family wasn't even working and they got a house because somebody in falsified documents said they was working. But people went out there and did it like that. I had a lot of people that went out there and did that. And we said, no. And I knew a broker that was trying to do it for me. I said, no, sir. I said, no, we all right. We'll be all right. We'll wait. I said, I ain't going to no bank. I ain't going to go conventional. I don't want 30 years. It's 30 years, I might get sick. Might lose the job. I can't guarantee I'm going to have that money. And I ain't going to pay on this all them years and lose it. So I said, I'm going to figure something else out. So because I know how to do some things, I said, we'll wait. I started telling brothers. Y'all remember I was telling y'all this. Some of you brothers know. I said, look, every year you get a lump sum of money in your taxes. They got houses everywhere where somebody you're going to have to put your elbow grease on, fix it up, but it'll be yours. And that's where you own your house. You won't owe nobody nothing. And you won't have to worry about losing all the time. You got what I'm saying? And so, but a lot of our people, even people in our family, they move, they got the big houses, all that. But then when you look at them close and say, what you doing to keep all that? Lying to the government, stealing, doing her under the table. All this stuff they got to lie and do. Can't feel good about yourself because you got to hook and crook and scheme trying to keep something that you wasn't ready for. Godliness with contentment is great gain. Live within your means. If you don't live within your means, the money God gonna get you. You're gonna find yourself paying. One of the worst investments you can make is a new car. The worst investment you can ever make in your life. As soon as you drive it off the lot, you just lost a third of its value. You just lost it. It's gone. It's the worst investment. Every year, if you got a job, you get some tax income money. And I'd rather drive an okay car than give me, I ain't got the front with you. I don't care what you say. It's cars getting me where I got to go. Now, because I understand God's way is a little bit by a little bit, being faithful of what I got, moving up as I can afford it, living in contentment, then I can just keep on moving. I ain't got to make that big jump into debt. And then by the time that this person who ran out there and got it all is losing their stuff, I'm just coming into mine. But my stuff is solid because I went step by step by step, versus a person to say, oh, I can go get it. They approve me. That's the worst thing in the world. They approve me. Circus Auto and all these old word, buy her, pay her, foolishness. And the very car you buying, they went right over to the auction. Right over to the auction and paid about $400 for it and brought it on their lot and put some Armor All on the engine. They put the Armor on the engine, make it look clean, plug up all the leaks temporarily, and sell it to you for 3 times the price, and they don't care because you just give us $200 down and make you 60 payments. It's yours. 1 year that car broke down. I ain't do it. I got a good car. Well, you gonna pay for it. And the goal is for you to keep, right? You never pay it off. You're gonna get a new car. You're gonna get another car before you pay that car off. You stay in debt. How can you give to the gospel when you got a $300 car payment? You got to have $200 worth of full coverage. You got $500 a month going out. That's a big bill. Just to drive. When you mean to tell me I could drive for $50 gas and oil, it don't make sense. See, but we can't do it because fronting. I want everybody to see I'm up on it. You fronting. You fronting. And this is the problem. We have to learn to stop the quick gratification, or we're going to fall victim to the money god. Y'all there? I'm getting done right here. 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 17. Y'all there? Command those who are rich in this world's goods not to be haughty or to set their hope on riches, which are uncertain. Say, riches are uncertain. This is the reason why I couldn't fully endorse the prosperity gospel, because I know riches are uncertain. You can't, if the economy fall, everything you got falling with the economy. Are you hearing what I'm saying? But if I learn to live within my means, I can make it anywhere. I've learned. Me and my wife, I just tell people didn't believe us. We lived on less than $25 a week for food. Less than that. With 4 kids. We did it. We've learned. We I thank God for the good times. We had some lean times. We ate plenty of beans, bar ass, and you know if you had to go through that. And then we go on to Kroger's with our little, $10, $15 to spend for a few meals. Few. We got somebody over here with 2 baskets with sliding EBT cards. Ain't worked a day in their life. Oh, we used to get upset about it. I used to get upset about it. And they go right out there and get in the bins. Yet playing the government, playing the system. I said, baby, I don't care what they do. As for me and my house. Because if we live right upright before the Lord, it'll pay off by and by. Said them people doing that are handicapped. And you see now these girls are getting good jobs and still going to jail for welfare fraud. They can't let go of food stamps, even though they got a good job. Because they so used to they handicapped themselves because they so used to eating for free. Lying and trying to get crazy checks for kids and all of those stupid stuff. Putting kids on ADHD medicine to get more money. Covering up their jobs, not reporting their marriages. That's the Mammon God. Got them so wanting money and lust for wealth and money that they're willing to compromise with God than to say, I'd rather do without that and trust God. I didn't say it was wrong to receive any help if you need help, but I'm talking about, y'all know we are masters. We play the system from the womb to the tomb. Y'all know it. That's the God of Mammon doing it to us, making us want to hold on to that even though we could get on our feet. Nah, I'm going to hold on to this. We have turned it into a lifestyle. And that's why we can't come up, because we thinking we gaining. But the goal for welfare for you black women was to keep you single. It was to keep you from ever getting a man. It was to keep you in single and to keep you raising your children without fathers so they could railroad your sons right on into the prison. Because without a man, without a father to teach them to be men, they going to go right into the thug life and be right in jail. That was the goal. Keep the black man out of his house. So for you not to think this economics is affecting you, you just not thinking properly. Mammon got us. And we go on to church and preachers don't preach it because they're too scared of offending folks that's in the Mammon system. They're saying, I'd rather get you out, rather let you know you can get out of this if you want to get out of this. God has a plan for you. Don't be scared. You working now, go all the way. Don't let them scare you when they say, we're going to take this away. Take it away. God will supply all my needs. Go on, take it. Go on. I'm going to trust God.